Hello and welcome to How Mundane, the least interesting place on the internet. Today, let's open a box of Chinese Tag Team and do a little recap of NTX card show that was last weekend for apparently the last time in Frisco, Texas, as there's some big NTX news that came out last weekend during the show. So, what happened with NTX this go around? A lot of fun. We were there both days. Sports on Saturday and trading card game on Sunday. The crowd was significantly bigger on Sunday than it was on Saturday, but that has generally been the case for NTX. But it is growing. It's the sports crowd was much bigger this time than it had been previously that I had seen. Derek Lively showed up at the Pokemon show, was ripping some packs with people. That was very cool. It wasn't like an announced guest or anything. He was just there. Lots of fun was had. Always a good community around NTX. But of course, the big news. Oh, we got something here. Hey, the Mimikyu. And it is the trainer gold card. The big news was it is moving again. NTX did its last show at the Frisco Conference Center, and for the show at the end of September, which is like 5 or 6 weeks from now, they will be at the all-new NTX Arena, a new dedicated venue that will be at the old, here's a tag team. Here we go. We got the Deoxys and Espeon tag team. It's the same mall that it was at before, but it sounds like Dan, the organizer of NTX, has secured a permanent site at the mall that will be called NTX Arena. Will host NTX Card Show starting in November on a monthly basis rather than a bi-monthly basis, alternating between sports and TCG for the full weekend rather than the single day show. What's cute, Snorlax? And in addition, the new dedicated venue will have all sorts of cool new features and fun surprises, and we are all eagerly awaiting what that means. As of recording this, we have not yet gotten the new show layout as vendors. We are promised that that'll be distributed sometime this week so that those of us who have previously vended at NTX can pick out our new locations on the show floor. And once we get a chance to do that, we may have a better idea of the kinds of things that will be in store at the new venue. It's also another tag team. Giratina and Garchomp. Totally blank there for a second. Some reference in some of the published materials to wait till you see what's on the second floor. So I think everyone's curious what that means. I will say, I think, and again, I'm just speculating here, that based on how this is all being described and the reference to the size, here's a tag team, trainer, reference to the size, the second floor, everything else, it sounds like perhaps NTX Arena is being converted out of what used to be one of the anchor tenant stores, one of the department store types at that mall, the Mew. That would just be my guess. Of course, we will not know until we are there and see it all in person, but if that's the case, converted as a permanent show venue, that could actually work out pretty well. Oh, another tag team. Rowlet and Executor. So, I mean, I'm excited to see where NTX goes from here because it has consistently been a good show. And going back up to the mall means, one, the load in and load out should be a lot easier for the vendors because one of the biggest downsides to the Frisco Convention Center, there's the Mimikyu again. Oh, there is the Mimikyu. Very nice. Was that loading in and loading out was always kind of a big traffic jam because either you're trying to do it from curbside and then move your vehicle, or as many of us did, you park in the garage there, which one, costs you $10, but then two, if you're anywhere other than very close to the exit, you're having to use the one elevator that was very, very Mew and Mewtwo. That's another good pull. You're having to use the one elevator, which could only fit typically 2 people and their stuff, because most people have a wagon or a little dolly or something. And that meant oftentimes, there's the Snorlax again, you're waiting for 2, 3, sometimes 4 elevator cars to be able to finally fit into one. And this is particularly the case when you were going down with stuff, if you're in one of the middle floors, because as people were unloading from, say, the top floor, they would fill up the elevator and then it would stop on all the floors in between just to show that it's full and nobody could get on. So that particular elevator backlog was always one of the big cons of trying to load there. The other issue was there were some kind of weird spots as far as transitions that could be tough to roll over. I saw a number of people have, inadvertent things fall, dump off their cart, tip over because of these awkward transitions. And at least based on where you could get into the mall the last time, there didn't seem to be too many of those. And if this is really an anchor store where you can load directly from the parking lot into the store, unlike the stores they were using before that were kind of in the middle of the mall where you had to get into the mall and then go halfway down the mall, that load in should be much faster. I also hope if it's an anchor store, it's likely going to have better control over AC, the way AC zoning tends to work in those big buildings, than some of the individual stores in the middle of the mall do. So hopefully we won't have any problems with the temperature. There was definitely not a problem with it being too hot at the Frisco Convention Center this time, which is surprising because it was very hot outside. On the sports card day, there's another tag team. Oh, the Gengar and Mimikyu. Man, this is a really good box. On the sports day, it was actually cold. So cold that I kind of wished I had a sweatshirt or something. And on the trading card game day, it was totally fine. Managed to keep up with the number of attendees and everything else, no problem. There we go. Tag Team Trainer Reverse Hollow in the last pack. So there you go. That's some Chinese tag team. Hope you will join us at the next NTX in September. We will be posting a discount code as soon as we have it, like we always do. Till then, thanks for being mundane with us, and we'll see you next time. Bye.